Hi you guys, it's me Dochi. I'll be talking to you guys today just simply about hair maintenance, how to maintain your hair, how to deal with it, what to do, when to do it, and the correct way to do what you're doing. I have a list of 10 things. We're going to start off with hair maintenance. And when I say hair maintenance, I mean weekly shampooing, and oiling your scalp, things like that, detangling, wash and goes, just all of that. And what it's not much of a tutorial, just an informational video. So first of all, we're going to start off with washing. You're supposed to wash your hair once a week. Some people, it kind of depends on how much product. Like if you did a twist out and you used a lot of gel on your hair and you've gone 3 days with that, you're going to want to wash your hair. And after you wash your hair, you go, I don't know, another 3 days, or you wash your hair and do the twist out again. You just wash your hair twice in 1 week. Building gel up on your hair like that anyway isn't the best idea, but that would be a scenario of washing your hair more than once a week. The only time I wash my hair more than once a week is when I am doing a wash and go. And those are for those lazy days when you just can't even deal, and you wash it and go. And if you don't know what a wash and go is, it's just when you simply get in the shower, you wet all of your hair, you take the conditioner and you kind of massage it in the scalp or whatever, you rinse the conditioner out, apply your moisturizing product, and you go. It's not the best thing to do all the time because you're stripping your hair of its natural oils, and you're drying your scalp out when you do that. So you don't want to do wash and goes like every day. That's not an everyday thing. You want to wash your hair once a week to keep your natural oil in your scalp and in your hair. If you continue to wash your hair too much, it'll become dry, brittle, fragile, it'll break off, and it's just not the best thing to do. Now, properly washing your hair. Most people think that you just get in the shower, you just kind of go like this, you scratch your scalp, you go crazy, you just wash it, you rinse it out, you go. That's not the proper way to wash your hair. It takes time, but this is the most healthy and safest and sufficient way to wash your hair. I honestly really do this. Now some people, they part their hair in sections and take ponytails and they finger comb it or whatever. I don't do all that. If you're like me, I like things simple, straight to the point, and I like to just do. So what I personally do, I get in the shower, I wet my whole head, and what I do is I take my fingers and I just part my hair into two kind of sections. I just part it straight through the middle so it's separated. I separate it like that. I get some shampoo, put it all in the back, make sure it's all sudded up. All I do, I just simply, you really want to focus on the scalp when you're washing your hair, not so much your hair, because once you rinse it out, the soap will drain out all of the dirts and everything with the product or whatever. You want to get inside and simply massage your scalp. You're not going to scratch. That damages the scalp. It's not good and it irritates your scalp. You just want to massage. This causes the hair cuticles to start moving around, which makes it easier for your hair to grow, and the buildup of the product is removed. So you just want to massage the scalp. I just focus on the back, so I'm just massaging my scalp, and what I do is I take sections of my hair like so. Watch me. Take the section and finger comb. Just finger comb every section. Take a section, part it down, finger comb it out to detangle and get all of the naps out, so that once you get out and you have to detangle your hair with a wide tooth comb, it's easier to detangle. You do the same thing to the front, but I try to section things out to make it as easy as possible, and I just massage my scalp, rinse it out. Wash your hair twice in the shower. 1, to get all the dirt out, and 2, to actually have the effect of the product, because the first time you wash your hair you get all of the dirt out, but when you wash it a second time, that's when you allow the product to actually do what it's supposed to do. So wash your hair twice, rinse it out really good, and put your conditioner in or whatever. Now we're going to talk about deep conditions. I deep condition once a week. It's always good to have a deep condition. I usually condition my hair with a leave-in conditioner. Well, when I'm doing wash and goes, I always use a leave-in conditioner. You should always use a leave-in conditioner when you do your wash and goes to keep the moisture in. It's all about moisture. You need your hair moisturized, because I know personally I'm a 4A. So when I wash my hair, I could leave and it's just flawless. And then the second I get out there in that sun, it's all dried up. And it'll scrunch up. And then that's called shrinkage, which isn't really a problem for me, honestly. it's not really a problem. I mean, that's what your hair does. But the thing is, even when my hair dries up, quote unquote, it's still not dry because I have my leave-in conditioner in, and then I have my moisturizer in as well, and my scalp is oiled. So my hair isn't actually dry, but it's dried from the water. Now versus when you just put conditioner in your hair, it kind of leaves a flaky residue almost when it dries, and it doesn't really feel that good. Like, it just, you can tell the difference. It just doesn't feel so good. So you want to use a leave-in conditioner most definitely, and that's just the healthiest way to hydrate your hair. Deep condition once a week. Leave-in conditioners when you're doing your wash and goes. Other than that, you can use You can use a regular conditioner and just rinse it out, and then, you know, get to what you're supposed to be doing. Scalp care. Scalp care is very important for hair growth. If you want hair growth, you need to have a good scalp care, because why? Your hair grows out of your scalp. So, scalp care is very important. I oil my scalp once a week. I didn't say grease. We do not grease our hair. That clogs up your pores. It clogs up the little, what are they called? Cuticles? Not cuticles. I think those are on your nails. Follicles? I don't know. It clogs up the pores in your scalp, not allowing your hair to actually come through and breathe. Your scalp has to breathe. So you can't have any product that's too heavy on the hair or on the scalp, because your hair won't grow. It'll suffocate and it'll drown in the grease. So you need just a gentle, natural oil. Nothing artificial, nothing fake, nothing processed, just a natural oil. I recommend a natural argan oil, I'm not really for olive oil. It's not bad or anything, but I love coconut oils and argan oils. I get pure coconut oil, and you know it's pure when it freezes in average temperature and it melts when you put it in your hand. It's coconut oil. I oil my scalp. I just section my hair off, oil my scalp, and that should moisturize your scalp for the week. Like, you'll be good after that. And plus, once you oil your scalp, it makes its way down to the rest of your hair, so you really don't have to go in with oil on your hair unless you're doing like a blowout or something like that, or a twist out or something like that. Then I recommend that you want it to move. But when you use an oil, you just oil your scalp and play around with it, swish it around, and it should move freely. So, scalp care, very important. Scalp oil treatments. Kendra will be doing a tutorial and a review on how to do an oil treatment, but it's basically when you warm up oil and you put it on your hair and you kind of massage the warm oil into your scalp. So I guess after that we can move on to trimming. Trimming is very important and also deadly. It's not good if you trim too much, and it's not good if you trim too little. And once you cut your hair, because I personally big chopped, I cut off all my hair and I was so happy, and I still am. But for those who big chopped, our main goal is growth. We're just like growth. I can't wait for it to get so big. I can't wait. Growth. And we don't want to trim our hair, but it's important to trim your hair, because if you don't clip those dead ends, they will travel up and up and up and up and up until your hair just falls off and it breaks off and you have no hair. You need to trim your ends, and you'll know when you need to trim them because they'll be split. I recently actually got my hair trimmed. I don't know how to show you, but since it'd be easier if my hair was relaxed, I could show you, but since my hair is natural, like, these are fine. My ends are not dead. They don't need to be clipped. Like, they're, wait, I really wish I could show you. I can't show you. Like, for the most part, my hair doesn't really need to be trimmed. Wow, Jayla, what is this? What is this? It just up and died on me. Twist outs be like, oh my. I'll just make the other side like that. Back to the video. But you need to trim your hair. Go to a beautician or professional hairstylist and let them trim your hair. Now, be careful with that, because some of them get a little scissor happy and they don't know where to go. But you need to find somebody professional to trim your ends, or you can just go on YouTube. And actually, I'll do a tutorial on how to trim your ends, because I've trimmed my ends before, and when mine start to need a bit of trimming, I will show you. You don't need to be trimming weekly Not even really monthly, honestly, unless your hair is just like not healthy and damaged, then but I don't see the reason why you would ever need to trim your hair weekly or monthly. Like, no. Heat damage is something that it's kind of tricky because everybody's hair is different, but I know personally for my hair, I don't know about your hair, but for my hair actually takes pretty well to heat. I can blow dry my hair and flat iron it every day for a week and my curls can bounce back like that. But for somebody with more fragile hair, it'll damage, I want to say, easily, or more easily than others. Now, you don't need to be going flat ironing your hair every day. It's just your hair is natural for a reason. It curls up for a reason. You were born this way for a reason. If your hair was meant to be straight, you would have been born with straight hair, but you weren't. So, not saying that I'm against straight hair or anything, but yeah, that's another video. So basically, I try to limit myself to blow drying and flat ironing and curling as much as possible because it's not the best thing to do. Once you continue to put heat on the hair, it starts to lose its natural curl. So that's why sometimes I'll see Hispanic women, sometimes their hair is naturally curly, but they straighten it every day, and when they want to wear it curly, it's like they'll have a little curl at the root, it'll be bone straight, and then a little curl in the middle, and then straight at the ends. Just a bunch of straight ends. That is called heat damage. Or when you see a young lady with the front, or all of her hair is curly in the back, and then the front has just like straight strands and like these curls at the bottom, that's heat damage. From flat ironing, your curls are starting to lose themselves and your hair is literally starting to die because of too much heat damage, and you pretty much burnt your hair. Keratin treatments and things like that, they aren't always bad. Some people's hair, it takes differently, and if you're flat ironing your hair every day, it will cause heat damage. Blow drying your hair every day will cause heat damage. You do not want to blow dry your hair all the time. That's not the only way to get your hair dry. It's air drying. That's the safest way to do it. Sometimes I blow dry my hair when I'm doing a blowout or I want to get it bigger than I, usually do, but I'm not doing this weekly. I'm doing this maybe once a month, barely. Twice every 2 months. This isn't something that you want to do all the time, and if you do straighten your hair, when you straighten your hair, make sure the flat iron is not on super duper high or anything like that. Or even if it is, make it a one-time thing. You flat iron your hair for that week, and don't even try to touch it every day that week. Hit it 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Your hair is natural for a reason. You say it'll frizz, but I would much rather bounce back to my curls than try to keep my hair straight and damaged forever. So, heat damage is a thing that you really want to be careful for. Like, really. Another thing, dry hair. I don't know what it is, but I've seen some young ladies who are natural and their hair is very, very dry. I actually asked a girl what products she used, and she said nothing. And I was just like, why are you using anything? And she was just like, because I'm natural. Okay. Your hair needs moisture. Every product out there isn't, what do I want to say? There are some products out there that aren't the best and they have sulfates in them and just very chemicalized. And then there are some products out there that are natural, like the I Am Me line. That's a very natural product. Or you can actually use natural products such as coconut oil that I showed you for an example. That's a really natural product. A really nice moisturizer that I love is Curl La La. That's a very nice moisturizer. It is a little bit chemicalized, but for the most part, it has no sulfates. It's really nice. It's not animal tested. And it's just a nice product. You want to use something, you want to moisturize your hair. Your hair needs moisture to grow and to survive, pretty much. It's just like a plant. You need to water a plant. And if you water it too much, meaning if you moisturize it too much, that can also be damaging, and your hair will be really soggy and just nasty and gucky. You know what I mean? So, but then again, you have to wash your product out and everything like that. So, moisture is a really big thing. You need to keep your hair moisturized. Moisturize at all times. Literally, you should moisturize your hair for the most part. I mean, with the combination of your natural oils or styling process, your hair should be moisturized pretty much. You should re-moisture every day to every 2 days. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'll stretch it to 2 days, but pretty much for every day I wake up, put a little bit of Curl La La in my hair. Maybe I'll, spray some water on it, some Curl La La, and leave the house. You have to keep your hair moisturized at all times, and not just with water. You can't, I know that you love your curl, and oh my god, every time I wet my hair I get the perfect curl. Ugh. No, you need to moisturize your hair with something other than water as well, although water is very important. Combing. You do not want to use a small comb. You don't want to use a thin comb. You need to use a wide tooth comb at all times. Point blank. Wide tooth. Nothing smaller. The bigger the better. You need a wide tooth comb. Now, don't get all dramatic on me and use a comb with only 2 teeth. No. You need to use a wide tooth comb because this makes the detangling process easier, and it also, your hair is fragile. Natural hair is actually more fragile than relaxed hair, believe it or not. It tears. Although it's more coarse than relaxed hair, it's also more fragile. So this prevents tangling. No, it doesn't prevent tangling, obviously. It's a comb. No, yes, it does prevent tangling. Ha! No. But this prevents breakage. You do not want breakage, so you need to use a wide tooth comb, and you always start from the ends. Don't try to get it from the root now, mama. You gotta get it from the ends and gently move up to the root until you detangled it all, and section your hair. Don't just try to go through with the comb and just try to comb it out. You're gonna break your hair and it's gonna fall out. That's ridiculous, and plus it hurts. So take your time, okay? Hair growth. Hair growth is very important to me personally, and you need to measure your hair growth to make sure that your hair is as healthy as you think it is. If you are doing everything, or you think you're doing everything correct with your hair, and you're styling it in all these beautiful styles, and everybody's complimenting you, you're dyeing it, you're coloring it, and it's just so beautiful to you, and you've been 5 inches for the past 5 years, something is wrong. So hair growth is very important. Your hair should grow ½ an inch. I believe it's ½ an inch is it ½ an inch a month? I believe it's ½ an inch a month. So every 2 months your hair should be 1 inch longer than what it actually was before. And I track my hair growth because it's very important. The faster the hair growth, clearly your hair, no, take that back actually. Because it's not always like that. Because if you have a looser curl, your hair will seem like your hair is growing faster versus a girl with 4C hair. Because I have a friend, she's a 4C, and her hair is a lot more coarse than mine. Our hair is the same length. When she wets her hair is literally like this long. When I wet my hair, it's the same length as it is now. Our hair is exactly the same length, but when she stretches it out, it's literally the same length as mine. So it depends on the curl pattern or whatever. If you have 4C hair, your hair doesn't grow slower than any other girls out there. If you're maintaining your hair and you're taking care of your hair and your hair is healthy, your hair should be growing, at the rate that I said, ½ an inch a month is the average, hair growth or whatever. If it's growing faster than that, then that's cool. But then again, long hair isn't everything. You're not natural just to have long hair. You're natural because that's how you were born, pretty much. I think people really make it bigger than what it needs to be. You're natural because that's how you were born. That's pretty much it. This is how you were born. You don't go natural. You return to what you already were. Pretty much. So, hair growth is pretty important. Keep track of your hair growth, but don't become obsessed with it. It's not that serious. Your hair will grow. It will grow if you're taking care of your scalp like you're supposed to and doing what I said. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry this is such a long video, and I hope I wasn't rambling. If I left anything out, please email Sisters with Curls, or you can comment down below. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We have a Facebook. And stay tuned. I look forward to making another video for you guys. Thank you so much.